If you consider yourself a man, you know what all us men want. It isn't money, it's respect. All of us men that bleed red, we all want respect. How many people do we know that are behind bars because they said, forget it. I am dying with honor. I am not leaving this place without feeling respected. And unfortunately, because they had to resort to violence to get their respect, they're behind bars. So respect is so important to us, men. And I'm telling you now, the most easiest way to get respect is just to be well dressed. Trust me. Let me tell you a quick story. In my previous job, I was at that job for When I was working at that job, at a certain point, I was only there for 3 months, right? And my boss let me and my colleague know that, listen, guys, in a week's time, we're going to all go to a board meeting for us to discuss the future plans of the company and where the company is going to go. So anyways, that week came, I traveled to that board meeting. I decided to wear a nice blue suit, very nice blue suit, and I had a nice long overcoat, navy overcoat. Once I got to that meeting, I walked into the door. Straight away, I could feel everyone's energy towards me was very positive. I could feel the respect towards me. Why? Because people could see I've put effort into my image. Even when people would shake my hands, they would smile. And I could feel that they were smiling because they're like, wow, this guy looks immaculate. Even more so, my boss, when I walked in, he said, you didn't have to come in so formal. And everybody just started laughing, right? And also during that board meeting, because there was different people, everybody didn't know everyone, so we're just getting to know one another. My boss decided to do this introduction game where everyone would state their position, how long they were working in the company, and also what was your dream job when you were a younger person. So everyone was stating what they were doing in the company, how long they were in the company, and what they wanted to be when they were younger. Anyways, it was my turn. So what I said is, as the boss stated, I did come in here very fashionable and not so formal. So as you know, my childhood, the dream job was I wanted to be a dictator, somebody like Stallion. If you know Stallion, then it should make sense to you. Everybody started laughing when I said that. It was a joke. But once again, I was playing off my image. I was looking well. And people found it funny because I was congruent with how I looked. Anyways, so the board meeting was over. We all went for lunch after, as you do. It was my boss sitting beside me and then my colleague sitting beside me. My colleague came well dressed as well. And then a few other guys that were part of the company. And one of the guys out of nowhere just said to my boss that, listen, as in me, he came in, he won well dressed. And then my boss said, yeah, the boys part of this section of the company, like in this district, me and my colleague, he said, yeah, you guys came prepared. You look really well. You look sharp. Straight away, I got complimented. I got respected by men in higher positions than me in the company. The reason high value men will respect you if you're dressed well is because, once again, when you're dressed well, you're signaling a lot of things subconsciously to people. What do high value men respect? Hard work, not lazy, being sharp. When you're dressed well, you're communicating all these things. So when you encounter a high value person, they're straight away going to respect you because you're dressed well, because they think that you have the same morals and principles. You live your life based on the philosophies that they preach about and that they live for. I remember I was reading a book from 50 Cent. I think it came out a year ago or two. Hustle Smart, Hustle Harder, something like that. Anyways, there was a section in that book that he says that he will even cancel a meeting if someone doesn't come well presented. He said perception is everything. He said how you portray yourself is very important. Your image is important. So imagine you had a chance to meet 50 Cent and he canceled the video because, he canceled your meeting because he seen you and he said, look at you, you look sloppy. You could miss a big deal. So being dressed is so important. Well, it's so important, especially if you're trying to do business with a high value person. And it's the easiest way to get respect as a man is being dressed really well. So anyways, listen, this video is really straight to the point. There's not much more to say. Just get dressed really well and high value men will respect you. Like I said, because you're signaling a lot of important things to them. Anyways, if you're having problems getting dressed or looking immaculate, you're having problems with your confidence, you're having problems with your social skills, you don't know how to build charisma, listen, click the link in the description and I'll be more than happy to help you out. But anyways, as we know, remember, dress cool and be cool.